Apocalypto is an action-adventure movie that takes the audience back to the height of the Mayan Empire in one of the most iconic chase movies to date. Now, this movie was directed by Mel Gibson and stars the character Jaguar, who is this member of a peaceful tribe living very close to the Mayan kingdom and these Aztec temples as they're at the height of their existence. And after a drawn out introduction in the beginning of this film to introduce you to the character Jaguar and his tribe members and their way of life and their way of existence and how peaceful really everything is for them up until this moment, where the Mayans happen to find their village, raid their village, take them all pretty much as slaves or prisoners, and drags them off to the Mayan kingdom, to the temples, to make them blood sacrifices, thus leaving behind his wife and children when he's taken prisoner. And from that moment on, this movie takes a huge sadistic turn as you watch what they did to real human beings during this time. Now, of course, there's arguments of historical accuracy, but human sacrifices were a thing of the Mayan Empire. There's something that really happened in history, and this film holds nothing back as it showcases the brutality of it all to you and the spectacle of it all. And man, it's just amazing when you arrive at these scenes and Jaguar Paul's small world is suddenly opened up to this huge level. Now, as you watch all this brutality, you witness some of the best cinematic moments and scenes ever put to screen, to film, as you witness these events take place. But of course, Jaguar Paul eventually has to make his way back to his wife, his children. So during the process of that, you get one of the most glorious chase scenes in film as you slowly watch Jaguar Paul transition from the hunted to the hunter as he gets closer and closer back to his homeland and back to his village and his jungle that he's used to and has been living in and hunting in for all of these years to come. You know, this is his safe place and he navigates it better than anyone, especially better than the Mayans chasing him down, who aren't used to the jungle. They're used to their big city and big temples, and it's a thrilling ride all the way through for the most part. Now, the beginning of the movie, it was a bit too slow for my liking, a bit too weird too with some of the scenes that they were included into here. I mean, the opening scene is graphic and disturbing, but for all the wrong reasons. You'll see what I'm talking about when you watch the movie. But when this movie eventually does kick into gear, it's a fantastic ride from then on out. And when it comes to the end of this film, I absolutely love the ending. Before we talk about the ending and get into that, I'm going to drop the official rating for Apocalypto. I'm going to give Apocalypto, directed by Mel Gibson, a 7.5 out of 10. It gets a 7.5 out of 10. A really solid watch, a great film, but it does have its issues with pacing and with, you know, eventually getting to the interesting parts of the story. But when the film finds its footing, it's absolutely breathtaking, amazing. And when it comes to the ending, again, spoiler alert, the ending is, of course, the Europeans arriving to the Mayan kingdom, which we know what that means. It means they're about to flatten everything, take over everything, and pretty much do what the Mayans were doing to people in their close vicinity to all of the native people of this land. I mean, it's a crazy, daunting ending. It's one of those moments that gives you this zoomed out perspective on the entire movie that you've been watching up until this point and the entire internal conflict that's been happening with the Mayan kingdom. And yeah, Mel Gibson did a pretty good job with this movie. I've heard about this movie for years and years and years, so I'm glad I finally got the chance to check it out and drop a review for you guys. And if you don't know what we do here on Demigod ENT, we do movie reviews and movie reactions. So if you're interested in any of that, then check out the channel, hit subscribe, stick around, more videos dropping soon. Stay tuned. Peace.